It was September 28th, 2023. I'm sitting in my room, doing as best as I possibly can to ignore all the distractions, to ignore all the drama, and to stay focused on what matters. Making money. Asking myself the big question, what's going to fundamentally change Bitcoin's price? Notification hits me. Ignore. How can I come up with a model that accurately tracks Bitcoin's price and can give us a predictable Bitcoin price prediction that can make a meaningful change and increase my investment confidence? I've been really bullish for some time now, and there's been a lot of money invested. But I'm here to tell you that the market is bullish. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm gonna prove it with data. Cryptocurrency is in an all-out bull run. The Bitcoin halving is less than a year away, and I found some extremely undervalued, monumental potential 100x altcoins. But why did I invest 50% of everything I have for investment purposes into a low liquidity, low market cap altcoin? Okay, is this thing on? What's up, guys? Alex here from another dimension. I just wanted to capitalize on the fact that I've been screaming bull market for a very long time. I've made so many different videos. I don't know how many tweets, how many bullish tweets I have to put on the internet. The Federal Reserve wants the entire market to go up and to the right. Up and to the right. It's a Ponzi scheme. We all know it. I know there's a lot of smart macro guys, but if you're bearish in this Ponzi scheme, you're putting yourself at a statistical disadvantage. I got to say that with a lot of confidence. And remember, I'm here from the future. So, yeah. But, yeah, back to the video. It's going to get interesting. The data and the proof I provide is undeniable. Anyone can look at it. Hit me up on Twitter if you have any objections. But yeah, it's undeniable. And the reason I stutter is because, boy, I'm about to make money. Today I'm up 12% on my position, and it's a good time. But I'm in another dimension, so probably doesn't make sense to you. Go back to your dimension. Peace out. I have to make sure what I'm doing is solid. We are currently in a bear market. This is the most valuable time to learn and grow. This is where the best strategies are developed, as well as the best prices for all assets and cryptocurrencies. I have to make sure that my time is guarded because every second is important. And then boom, it hit me. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. Why now? Why is he specifically buying Bitcoin now? I have to know. Serious question. Did Michael Saylor just destroy the market? With his crazy $147.3 million purchase of Bitcoin at an average price of $27,000. I've been all over Twitter, or is it called X? I don't even know the difference. It feels like I'm typing in a porn website when I go over to Twitter now. All over Twitter, this is a sell signal. It's time to sell. MicroStrategy just bought. This guy historically buys highs. He's trying to make exit liquidity. Let's get out of the market. That's what I see all over X.com. Wow, that sounds horrible. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys an exclusive chart never shown before on the internet. Nobody has access to it, that confirms my investment thesis and narrative that I've been consistent with on this channel. We are in a confirmed bull run, and Michael Saylor does not want to miss out on a $27,000 Bitcoin price when Bitcoin is going to potentially be $1 million, $2 million in the future. It's a no-brainer, and he might be one of the greatest investors in the history of mankind. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another video. Today we're going to be going into MicroStrategy purchase history. We're going to be looking into seeing if it's actually a sell indicator like everybody's talking about on Twitter. I'm also going to go into an exclusive chart never before seen on the entire internet that I've created myself that confirms the bull run. This chart shows that Bitcoin will reach about $83,000 halfway through the next bull cycle. It also shows with 100% accuracy Bitcoin has already bottomed out. This exact indicator flashed every single bear cycle at the exact time to almost a 99% accuracy. The bottom is already in. And it also shows that Bitcoin will go on an uptrend all of 2023. Yes, in 2023, we will have a mini bull cycle. If you appreciate this content, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend. I talk about entrepreneurship, making money online. If you're looking to make some money, well, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're really smart, you should turn on the post notification bell. There's a little bell icon that gets you the videos first. Let's jump into the topic of discussion. As you can see here, 2.7 million views. MicroStrategy has acquired another 5,445 BTC for $147.3 million. This guy does not care. He just continuously buys Bitcoin no matter what people say, no matter what people think, no matter if the MicroStrategy stock price is down. He just relentlessly buys Bitcoin, not stop. Now, this is the actual form here. It's legit. The date of the report was September 25th. And it has all the legitimate paperwork. This is not a scam. Now, I want to first start off by addressing the elephant in the room, which is that he buys randomly. Very clear. It looks like he buys when he has money, like nonstop. I think what he's looking at is 10, 20-year time horizon. He doesn't care. He's a billionaire, has a whole bunch of money. He just buys whenever he possibly can, when his company has access to funds or whatever the situation. It just looks like he just does not care because he's buying everywhere. He buys exact tops, but he also buys the bottoms. He buys a lot of bottoms, right? So as you can see, this is not an indicator to sell. It's all random. It's all crazy all over the place. You know, if you're watching this video, man, you should try to buy low. It doesn't look like he tries to buy low. It looks like he buys everywhere, no matter what. And again, I think it's because he doesn't care. In the future, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million, $2 million. So I just want to start off by saying that I get it. It seems very mainstream that MicroStrategy is coming out of nowhere. It seems like a perfect chance for exit liquidity, but I don't think so. And here's an interesting chart I wanted to show you guys. Look, if he would have bought Ethereum instead, he would actually be worth way more money. So this is a chart that shows how much he would be worth if he bought Ethereum instead. So he's literally down $0.582 billion. So $500, $600 million he has lost because he hasn't bought Ethereum. You guys know on this channel, I'm into 100x altcoins. I'm not really into buying Bitcoin, but I do analyze Bitcoin for price trajectory. If I believe we're in a bull market, it's because Bitcoin started it. And today, again, the chart we're going to be talking about is Bitcoin's price history. I'm going to go into it in extreme detail, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you didn't know, MicroStrategy is one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin in a public company. But remember, there's all types of billionaires that are low-key, that nobody knows about all over the world that are buying Bitcoin. The beauty of this asset class is that it's a world currency. It's a world currency. No matter who you are, no matter what age, no matter what gender, there's only 2 genders in the world. You can buy Bitcoin as long as you have a bank account, as long as you have a way to actually buy the Bitcoin somehow with actual cash. You could do it. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. The infrastructure is decentralized all over the world. There's no government. There's no centralized authority that can control it. They try to control it. They attack different attack vectors, but it's resilient and it's a peer-to-peer technology. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. Here's global currency's 10-year percent change versus the US dollar. If you are holding one of these currencies in the countries on this list, you are losing significant value against the US dollar. And many of the people in these countries started adopting cryptocurrency for this exact reason. If you don't have access to United States dollar, the only thing you can really go to is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. This is a world currency. This is very important because when you're comparing returns to, for example, stock market evaluations like Tesla stock or whatever the case is, the world does not have access to that. But the world does have access to Bitcoin. Anyone in the entire planet can buy Bitcoin. So again, I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, we're in a Bitcoin bull run. And then people are like, oh no, Bitcoin's gassing out, macro conditions are bad. It might drop to 21,000, 22,000. Great, I'll buy more. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's not really about the bullish or bearish nature. Remember, if you're not shorting the market, you're not bearish. You just excluded yourself from the market. If you just take your money out of the market, you just excluded yourself. You're not making a trade. A bear is when they're shorting and they have conviction and they actually put their money where their mouth is and make a bet that the actual asset price is going to go down. Listen to my strategy. Understand that I'm thinking of a longer time period. There's people out there that are like,
Alex, you suck. It's obviously bearish. There's no way it's not bearish. Every indicator in the world's flashing bearish.
but their time horizon is 2 days. Their time horizon is 2 days. They call themselves an investor, but they're investing for 2 days. Investors invest over months and years. So from that perspective, it is extremely bullish. The bull run has already started. The bottom's already in. So if we drop 20%, that doesn't mean anything to me. That's just a dip. So I'm going to buy that dip as well. So, for most people, if you're making an average salary of, let's say, $50,000 to $70,000, do you realize how hard it is to save up 100 grand or even to save up 20 grand? If you want to actually make $1 million, do you realize that you have to turn $20,000 and get a 50x on your entire portfolio? How are you going to do that if you don't start now? How are you going to get 100x on your portfolio without $10,000? So for the vast majority of the viewers that are watching my channel, you're playing with probably anywhere from 2 to 5K. You literally have zero chance to make $1 million unless you get your money up to at least $20,000 and get a 50x. You have a chance, don't get me wrong, you can turn 1,000 to $1 million, but that is absolutely ridiculous and very unlikely. What's more likely is you getting a 50x on $20,000. And guess what? To where I think the bull run's going to officially start taking off and going parabolic. I think it already started. I think the bottom's in, but from the time period where I think it's going to go parabolic, meaning there's no return, the price is not going back down, that's about 200 days. And 200 days to save up 20 grand is relatively difficult. For the vast majority of people that watch this, trust me, listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to set you up because I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting cash flow, buying a dip. Goes to 22K, great. I'll buy more. Thank you. It's even cheaper than before, right? And I'm continuously buy over a long period of time, doubling my money though with risk management, martingale strategy. I don't dollar cost average. You should know this. Watch my older videos. But if we come over here, this is a chart made by somebody else, CryptoCon. Go follow him on Twitter. He's very interesting. He has all these different types of charts. And he made a very startling conclusion. He came up with this, and then I actually added on it with my own research. But he came up with this right here, which was really crazy. Everything else I pretty much ignored. And they have their relevance. You could go look at it for yourself. But the one I want to point out is the bottoms. That blows my mind, okay? So tops and bottoms are plus or minus 21 days from November 28th. So as you can see here, okay, pretty much every bottom was plus or minus 21 days from November 28th over a 4-year period. So right here, right, November 28th, 2010, we have a bottom. If you jump 4 years, we have a bottom. And what is that? November, okay, 28th, we have a bottom right there. You jump 4 years, we have a bottom right there. You jump 4 years, we have a bottom right there, which is our bottom right now. That was crazy to me how accurate it was. Plus or minus 21 days, we have a bottom historically, and it plays out with our 4-year cycle of the Bitcoin halving. So that blew my mind a little bit. Now, this is where it gets a little crazier because I actually took this chart, okay, and I put my interest rate policy on this chart, by the way. If you guys don't know about that, watch my older videos. That's what all the boxes are. We're looking at Bitcoin's price, all these colorful boxes, the greens, the yellows, the red. It serves its own purpose. I don't want to talk about that too much in this video because I've had so many different videos on it, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm bullish. But when it comes to this specific scenario, I color-coded a couple things. So you see the dashed lines, right? The dashed lines, the blue ones right there are the bottoms. So that's exactly what he was talking about here in this chart. I made them blue. So I made the November 28th plus or minus 21 days, November 28th, every 4 years, I put a bottom. As you can see there, November 28th, November, it's not exactly because we're looking at the weekly chart, but right here, November 28th, right, 24th, November, right here again, November, end of November, end of November. Now that has marked every single bottom. But I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, why is it every 4 years? It could be for one of two reasons. The first reason, it could be following the Bitcoin cycle, which I think is it's pretty relevant. Yes, it's really relevant. We're looking at Bitcoin's price, right? That's one of the biggest reasons. But there's also another big reason, I believe. And I think it's very, very interesting that these two line up like that. And it's the presidential elections. So as you guys know, the United States dollar is the world reserve currency. And as you know, our stock market is the most lucrative in the world. So American stuff, when it comes to financial, we dominate. That's just the way it is. The US dollar is the world reserve currency. Every other country uses it. We dominate. We own the Federal Reserve, and the stock market is the most lucrative with the biggest tech companies in the world, right? And every other country on planet Earth essentially follows what America does financially. Not in other ways. There's other countries that are more developed in other ways, but when it comes to finances, America wins. And right now, okay, the presidential election is kind of important. Although we all know they're puppets, we get it. I understand, not going into conspiracy theories. I get it. I would say they're still going to manipulate to get the president in office that they want. So what I did is I marked the presidential elections by the white line. The white line. First things first, I think it's very interesting that when Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, launched Bitcoin, he lined it up kind of nicely with the presidential elections. As you can see, the orange is the actual Bitcoin halving. So we have Bitcoin halving, presidential election, bottom. Bitcoin halving, presidential election, bottom. Bitcoin halving, presidential election, bottom, right? And then the same thing over here. What's very, very interesting about this chart is that for some reason, and it's obvious, mid every single bull cycle, we have a presidential election. So like almost halfway through every single bull cycle, we have a white line. Look, price of assets are going up, white line, right? Price of assets are going up. You don't see it. Let me delete this right here so you can see it. White line right there, white line. And if we come back over here, right, if we look at CryptoCon, he actually claims right here that basically, if we look at the blue, let's just do control find blue. The bottom of the curve launches the majority of the bull cycle. So every time we have a blue right here, blue right here, blue right here, that's a presidential election. So the majority of the bull cycle, like in the middle of the bull cycle, we have a presidential election every single time. Let me say it again. In the middle of the bull cycle, we have a presidential election every single time. I want you guys to think about it. Why is the Bitcoin halving cycle, the presidential election, and the bull market of Bitcoin coincide with each other so good? Why? It blows my mind a little bit. I mean, the only reason the Bitcoin halving cycle is not perfectly on the actual presidential election is because the blocks are being mined faster and faster. There's more transactions. There's more transactions, so it actually decreases the amount of time to the next Bitcoin halving. That's the only reason it's not exactly 4 years. But it's almost like they coincide so perfect. Bitcoin halving, presidential election, two major catalysts to guarantee the bullish nature of risk on assets and more specifically Bitcoin. Now, why would they do this? Because number one, they want to get reelected, or number two, they're trying to set up a new presidential candidate. Long story short, they want people to be happy. They want asset prices to be up while there's a presidential election campaign. This is how the entire marketing campaigns go, right? They're spending money on all these types of different people to help promote them. They're paying people off. They're bribing people here. Long story short, they want people to be happy during presidential election campaigns. And again, it just seems like the math plays out perfect. So what does that mean for us? Well, that means for us that we're pulling up on a Bitcoin halving in a presidential campaign. I want you guys to know that it's coming around the corner. Not only that, but the consistent bottom indicator, which was what? November 28th, every 4 years, November 28th, was exactly on our recent bottom. This is the bottom. It could come down a little bit, but that's the bottom. This is the bottom. Don't miss it. Don't miss it for small returns, very small returns. Don't miss it for small returns. And I want to show you something. If we actually take a ruler here, right? This is where it gets interesting. And we look at returns from the actual bottom to the next presidential election campaign. I'm going to give you a price prediction. So I actually took the average, okay, of all three. So from the bottom to the election, this one's going up 5,159%. I believe the first time I did it, it went up a little bit higher. Whatever the case is, I don't want to include this first cycle for obvious reasons. This is 5,000, the outlier. It's like way too big. I want to be more conservative than that. So we're going to exclude that piece of data, and we're just going to go with the bottom here, right, to here. Now I did the exact, and I'm looking at my phone right now, as you can see. I did the exact numbers, and essentially the bottom from this one is actually 345%. And then if we come over here from the actual bottom to the next presidential election campaign, this is 498, or more exactly, if I snap it, it's 515% increase. I took the average of that, and it gave me an average percentage increase of 430%. So if we go from where the bottom was here, I'm actually going to snap it right here, boom, and we move up, what is it, 430%. I mean, we're talking about Bitcoin moving above a new all-time high. I don't think that's out of the question. 430%. I really don't. I just don't. At this point, anything's possible, right? And if we go out from where we're at now, that's a 214% increase. If you watch my last video, I went over the Federal Reserve and interest rate policy, and I told you guys, and I showed you throughout history, the last time we had 5% interest rates, the market went up. We had risk on assets moving up in price hundreds of percentages. Let me say it again. Last time interest rates were at 5%, which was in 2006, 2007, right before the housing market crash, interest rates were at 5% and all asset prices, risk on, went up. They went up by hundreds of percentages. And I made specific claims. I was like, hey, look, I think Bitcoin's going to go up 100 to 200% in this time period we're in right now, like right now. I really do believe that. And if you look at where we're at now to the prediction, that's a 214% pump. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, we do have dips, right? I want to be clear with you guys. We do have like these dips here. Boom, this dip here. And these dips here, which are like 20, 30% or whatever the case is. We have dips, so it could happen. It's not out of the question. The thing is, I don't care. A lot of people are going to suffer because they don't have risk management built into their strategy. They don't even understand their own time horizon. They're somehow investors that dollar cost average into altcoins, but they're looking at indicators that are day traders. Day traders use those indicators. So are you a day trader? Are you a medium, a short, or long trader? What are you doing? And every single trader has their own individual strategies. Maybe you are a scalper day trader. Maybe you are. Statistically, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. And in the cryptocurrency market, I highly recommend you don't day trade altcoins. It doesn't really make sense. Altcoins go on average, top 10 up 900,000%. The top 10 altcoins go up 900,000%. I proved it in other videos. Why would you try to day trade that? It doesn't really make sense. But long story short, you have to understand the risk management strategy for you, the time horizon you're going to trade, and the indicators that go with that time horizon. If it goes down 20%, I have capital to deploy, and I'm waiting for it. And I have a risk management strategy to where if it does go down 20%, and then I buy in, if it only goes up like 5, maybe even 10%, I make all of my money back and then some. So I don't care if it goes down 20%. Not only that, but the average person, again, can't save up $20,000 in 200 days. We have 200 days left until we go into an all-out crazy bull run with the Bitcoin halving, which is like pretty much guaranteed for Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies. When you should be worried about how to get a cash flow strategy, get a better job, increase your salary in some way, shape, or form, get a side hustle. It's funny because in CoinPix Inner Circle, I put together an entire marketing program where you can actually make your own trading group and get the same exact cash flow that I got. The same exact cash flow, how to become your own influencer, how to make money off of affiliate marketing, how to get these data and analytics websites to hit you up and pay you $2,000 per video to increase your cash flow. That's what you should be worried about. You know who the people are that made money last bull cycle? If you weren't already super rich, it's coin founders. You're not going to probably be a successful coin founder. I'm not trying to shoot anybody down, but that costs millions of dollars. The super successful ones, it requires ridiculous connections and millions of dollars. Okay, so it's very unlikely. Very unlikely. Like most people fail coin projects. Look at all the scams, right? So it's probably not coin projects. Probably not going to make a cryptocurrency exchange, right? That's super rich people. Crypto exchanges, coin founders. The other one is like big data and analytics websites. I tried that. I'm currently doing that with CoinPix. Very difficult. I've already spent like $1 million+. Haven't even seen a return on my investment yet. The one that's most doable is becoming a actual analyst, a trader, an influencer, someone that shows other people how to make money. And that's why I made that course for CoinPix Inner Circle. If you have less than $500,000 to your name, the most doable business you could do is spreading the awareness of cryptocurrency at the same time trading. Make a trading group, right? So this is why I try to explain to people all the time. I'm giving you realistic ways to actually make money for real. And the realistic thing is you have 200 days left in the next Bitcoin halving. You need to make at least $20,000 so you can put 20 grand into the market so you can get a 50x on your 20 grand to make your first $1 million. And instead of day trading and looking at charts all day, which doesn't give you the same results, I'm telling you right now, as actually starting a business. Businesses make more money than day traders. Have you ever heard of a billionaire day trader? Let me ask you guys that question. Have you ever heard of a billionaire day trader? You have not heard of a billionaire day trader. You know why? Because there are none. You know why? Because the billionaires hire the day traders for the hedge fund. And so I'm trying to explain to you guys that you should be focusing your time and energy on cash flow, making money, buying the dip, right, in an aggressive way this entire time period for the next 200 days and waiting for the cycle to start and just learning your skill set. So when the bull market is here, you have a refined skill set and really understand how to make money in this market. And if you don't, I don't care. That's up to you. I love you. I'm just trying to pull you across the bear market finish line in the right way, in the focused way, in the way that's most likely for you to make money. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism, subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Catch you guys in the next video. Quick interruption. This video is brought to you by CoinPix Inner Circle, the most extensive college-level crypto education program ever created. Get private live Q&As with me going over every crypto topic. You can ask me direct questions about anything and get live customized coaching. Get access to a 10-week college-level crypto trading and investing education. This is all 8 years of my cryptocurrency experience packed into one course. Dive into 200+ recorded videos, 100+ hours of content, and 8 years of experience of me trading and making mistakes that you don't have to. This is not theory. This is time-tested and battle-proven over multiple bear markets and bull markets and multiple 100x coin opportunities that have been called in this group. Get access to an elite crypto circle of 7- and 8-figure earners that are all focused on cryptocurrency success. There's also a revolutionary gamification ranking system. As you get likes in the community, you rank up and get reputation in the community. CoinPix Inner Circle has thousands of validated testimonials that you can see for yourself on the website of 6-figure, 7-figure, and 8-figure earners. Head on over to coinpixinnercircle.com to get access to everything. There will be a link in the description or pinned comment below this video.